Hello YouTube and YouTube subscribers. Today we're going to be doing a species profile on the lemon tetra. Most of the sources I found indicate that this fish grows from 1.4 to 1.6 inches. Some sources state a larger size of 2 inches, but I'm going to stick to the 1.6 inch as being the actual size because that's usually what you see them grow to about. And probably 2 inches might just be referring to outliner fish that don't necessarily represent the norm. Now, this is, in my opinion, a much better starting tetra than the neon for a couple of reasons. It's quite a bit hardier. You can add them to your tank much earlier in neons. You know, I'd still wait for your tank to be quite mature. You cannot use this fish for cycling. It's not hardy enough for that. But unlike neons, where usually you have to wait about 6 months to a year to add them to your tank, lemon tetra you can go a bit earlier than that as long as your tank has been operational for a few months. Now, like pretty much all the South American tetras, this is a shoaling fish. It's best kept in groups of 6 or so. Sometimes you might be able to get away with a group of 4 if you have other tetra species living with them, because different species of tetras, they'll shoal together, which is something they actually do in the wild. It's kind of an anti-predator behavior, is that the different species of close-related tetras, they'll shoal together to kind of form these mega shoals, or these just mixed groups. But they should have the company of their own kind. Now, as I did mention, the size was usually 1.4 to 1.6 inches. In other aspects of this fish is it prefers water temperatures of between 20 to 28 degrees, pH of 5 to 7.5, so that's moderately acidic to slightly alkaline, and a hardness of 18 to 215 ppm, which is very soft to moderately hard. And in nature, this fish generally lives in the Amazon region, so a lot of the water it lives in is fairly tannic. So if you're going to keep these guys, you want to keep them with some driftwood, of course, and of course some plants. Make sure your tank is quite well planted as well, because it'll get pretty skittish if it's in a barren tank, and it'll lose its color. This picture is actually not that representative of the actual color of the fish. They're fairly rich yellow, actually, depending on the lighting conditions. So one thing you might want is, if you're keeping this fish and you want it to show its best color, have a tank that's fairly tannic and have moderate lighting. Don't have very bright lighting, which that might reduce the type of plants you can keep with it. But there's plenty of South American plants that do well under moderate lighting, especially swords, as well as Asian plants such as crypts as well. This fish isn't too picky when it comes to its food. In nature, it's omnivorous, and so you should provide a good quality staple flake for its basic food, and you can supplement that with some live, frozen, or freeze-dried brine shrimp, or mosquito larvae, or bloodworms, or tube worms. But those don't need to be a staple. You should use a good quality flake or pellet as a staple. This fish, it mixes quite well with pretty much all small to medium-sized non-aggressive fish from South America and from Asia, and also from Africa. So you don't really have to worry too much about this fish bugging other fish, since it's quite peaceful. Just remember to keep them in groups of at least 6 or so. So there's not much to say about this fish here. It's pretty much just your basic tetra, except this one, in my opinion, it's just a good all-around tetra, and it's a much better starting tetra than the neon, in my opinion. So I would strongly recommend the neon. I strongly recommend the lemon tetra over the neon tetra for a new aquarist. And for people that are looking to establish, say, a South American community tank, I would say that the lemon tetra deserves a good place in that community tank. It can mix well with other South American tetras, pencil fishes, live bearers, dwarf cichlids, of course, and Corydorus cats, and many others. So I highly recommend the lemon tetra. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.